Vasco? Vasco, listen to me. Vasco! Can you hear me? If you understand me, nod. Good. Now calm down. Everything will be all right. What is it?
I can't.
You can't speak.
Why?
Vasco, stop.
Why? Cicero.
Vasco, please.
No! Why?
You salted.
Salt dead.
In the ruins. To get us out.
I remember for you.
I know. I know.
Please, go.
Inspectore.
Where are you going?
What are you doing?
Cicero! What is...
My arm, please.
Will you please explain yourself?
Thank you.
Inspectore, what are you...
Quiet, please.
What is he doing?
Shaith. He's creating a Fae.
What's he done?
Amadea, tell it we mean no harm.
My Dementica isn't that...
Try.
Shaishta, Iguan, Tufisgar.
Sen Athafwil, Tugok?
What's it saying?
The words that it's using are more archaic than what I've studied.
Come on, Amadea, you've got more than that.
Rish?
Sen ath av will. To gloch.
I don't know.
Try harder. Surely there must be something you can...
Why do you call?
You can understand it.
Ask it if it knows about the artifacts.
Vilafis Treror.
Iga sath them.
Vel.
Vel. Vel.
What's it doing?
Lost.
Bosco, we need to find the artifacts.
Ikara Treror.
Treror. Is. Is.
Does it know where they are?
Ishas?
Legdom dwill. Legdom ifas.
Let me go. Let me see.
It needs to get its bearings again.
We need its word that it will not abandon us.
It's a Fae, Inspectore. You can't trust it.
Yes, we can. Its word.
Havar Gershen. Tuartesh.
Dom will atir.
On its... on...
Honor.
Yes.
Let it go.
You're insane.
Let it go.
Tudwil.
Melroy. Will.
I hope it knows to keep the shadows.
It will be back
Tomorrow.
Yes.
Vasco.
Good night.
He's broken.
But he is strong. He will piece himself together, somehow.
And he is also right. It's getting very late.
Too late for an explanation. I have many questions, Inspectore, but
I'll answer them tomorrow.
good. Then, I suppose we should call it a night. Cal,
Something's happened?
What is that about?
I know better than to prize her.
No.
It's late. Vint, you can spend the night. Don't know why she wants to see you.
The head matron doesn't summon her people to the Hall of Songs unless it has to do with their legacies.
It's the journal, isn't it? Calm down, Cal.
How? I am this close to losing everything.
What are you talking about?
I don't...
Orlana has had one goal since Jaxus died. To find out how and why.
And this journal has the details.
And more. Jaxus wanted to tell the world about us. To use the Sail Heart as evidence that we do leave legacies behind. That we deserve our space on the Singing Tree. He was tired of hiding. Of living a lie, of being safe. He asked me if I would stand with him in this.
In fear, I told him that he spoke words of idiocy, that he was being selfish.
That night he drank it till he could not see reason. I found his body in the back alleys of a tavern the morning after. Tavern owner said he picked the wrong fight.
I'm so sorry. When was this?
It's only been a year, but it feels so much longer.
And the journal?
I wrote in it every day for half a year about the incident, about what I would have done different, about how much I miss him.
You could claim ignorance. Say that she wrote the entries to frame you.
It won't work.
Why?
Jaxus gave me this. It's an embellished Dimenticate glyph for the sunset.
The sunset?
As a symbol of the meeting of two entities that were worlds apart, sun and sea, and how beautiful they were together. In the journal, I wrote about how he gave me this tattoo and what it means. The matron will see through the lie if I tell her the journal was fabricated. She will know, and I will lose everything. I will see you tomorrow.
That's good.
In just the span of over a year, he's lost two of the most important people in his life. Now his legacy is in jeopardy as well.
Pardon my language, sir, but damn it, he doesn't deserve this. He's already got enough on his plate with the world looking at people like him the way they do. It's not fair.
You shouldn't be drinking. You worry him.
What are you gonna do, sir?
What do you mean?
Stand up for him is what I mean. You're not gonna let him go through that, are you?
Stand up for... Do you know what that means?
It means that you'll be there for him.
It means that I'll be defying the Hall of Songs. This is the way people like him have been treated for ages.
So you believe that it's right, the way they treat him?
Of course not!
Then you'll stand up for him.
It's not that simple.
I don't see why not!
I'm just one man!
So what? Who cares if you're one man or 100? You believe in something, you fight for it. Simple. And you believe in Cal, don't you?
You don't know what you're saying.
I'm too young, so I don't matter, is that it?
No, Vin, please.
I hope you enjoyed your drink, sir.
Herald, this will hurt.
Just get it over with. Is that the last of them?
Yes, Herald. Though, if I might say, the next time you want to heal yourself so rapidly, it would be wise to set the bones right first.
I was under dozens of feet of stone. That tends to complicate healing.
You're right, I apologize. It was quick thinking. Quite likely saved your life.
Dismissed.
For the lady.
You said he would listen. And he did. Then why is he not here with me? It is part of the plan. The Barati are all gone. They did not fall into the grand scheme of things. How could they not? You have told me what we need to do. Unite the city, repair the broken Medea. How does the Barati not accomplish that? You would not understand. Then help me too. Help me understand why you brought me to such power, only to strip me of it. The next piece is in their hands, and they needed help before they acted. In their hands. The gears are turning. The rivers are flowing. In time, you will see, my child. But till then, you must have faith. Yes, my lady.
Odd time for reading.
I didn't want to wake the others. You?
Just, thinking. So, you did buy it in the end.
It's a good book. I'm reading about how our people in the Second Canticle still feared the Masquerines.
I suppose you would be interested in that, wouldn't you?
What do you mean?
It's testament to how knowledge can change the world. The moment you understand the power of something, how it works, what it can do, the way you use it, the way it shapes the world, changes.
And here I was thinking that you hated history.
Oh, I do. Just, not the lessons you could get from it.
Fair. Fair. What? Have I got something on my face?
No, it's just, the others were right. You are quite different.
If I might be honest,
I'd like nothing else.
when we realized that you weren't with us in the Golden Canvas, I was scared.
How thoughtful.
The last time I felt that way was when I woke up in the Whispering Streets, after what happened in the White Spire.
When you could have helped Invidious.
Yes. It's the fear of losing something that matters. And I dealt with it 5 years ago by thinking that it would be better never to have anything to lose than risk losing it all.
Not completely wrong.
No, but Lysandra. For 5 years, I had the opportunity to be a part of something that was important to me. I denied myself of it, and now I know how much more painful that is. I don't want to do it again.
Still, though, you've changed pretty quickly.
Cicero, I don't think you know how much effort it takes to be mean.
You going to stay out?
I'd like to read a little more, yes.
All right. Good night, then.
You finished your thinking?
Now I have. Yes.
Good night, Cicero.
Stay out of this.
What is this?
A solution.
What are you talking about? Oiled cloth. Calden, what are you doing?
I've thought about it. Zelia cannot know. I will not let her take the Sail Heart from me, or Raz's legacy. She cannot know the truth.
Calden, do not be foolish. Talk to me, please.
I'm sorry, Cicero.
Calden, stop! Calden!
Give it back to me.
Put down the flame.
I will do it with or without the Masquerade. How much of my arm will be left after is up to you.
Damn it, Calden, don't do this!
What else am I supposed to do? Allow them to take everything I have from me?
Burning your tattoo away is going to solve nothing!
It will invalidate the journal. I will mend my flesh, clean out Jax's room, and there will be nothing they can use against me.
You will lose everything you have of him, Calden!
I lose either way! At least this will protect the children and my brother's legacy. Razatov, Jaxus, they both would have wanted this.
You know that's not true. This needs to stop, Calden. Don't let their deaths be in vain.
I am sorry. Cicero, you damned fool.
Let me see it. Good. Good.
Tides take you. What were you thinking?
You don't deserve to do this to yourself. No one does.
What about the Sailheart, the children, Razatov's chime? Let them take my song, I don't care. But my brother, he should not pay for my wrongs.
There is no wrong to even speak of. If they want to take the Sailheart and your brother's legacy, let them try. Between you and me, I think we can take them on. Vince said a sticky little thing last night. But if you believe in something, you fight for it. You raised her well, Calden.
I didn't do it alone.
You won't have to let them know. We'll go to the Hall of Songs first, settle this issue with Zelia and Orlana, and then we'll come back.
Then it is your turn to tell us everything, yes?
It is. Now,
Leaving already?
Not this time, boys.
the two of you should be resting. The Fae hasn't come back yet.
And let Calden deal with this by himself.
What?
Please, Mariner. You were screaming last night. You really thought no one else would hear?
You know?
Surprise.
And Vasco?
Yes?
Vasco,
His metal is impressive.
what's going on?
He woke me up before dawn, asked for my help.
To what?
To...
To speak.
And?
Not perfect. Mind muddled. Languages floating. But better.
Vasco, I'm...
No. Now is the mariner's time. To share... I support you.
Thank you.
Besides, your personal life is your own, as long as it doesn't get in the way of the investigation.
And since the investigation is waiting for the return of our supernatural friend,
I don't believe this.
This world, not always hopeless.
I guess not.
Come on. I think the coach has space for one more. The others can stay back in case our Fae returns. to thank you, Marshal, for being so accepting of the Mariner.
It isn't so much a feat as you describe it.
I'd beg to differ. Supporting Italios isn't quite the most orthodox action.
The Lucca aren't known for standing up for what is orthodox, Inspectore. We're known to stand up for what's right.
Another verse from the Bright Chorus?
No. My father, this time.
They're wise words. I only wish more people listened to them these days.
We should be getting ready, Inspectore.
Of course.
One.
One.
Again. One.
One.
Two.
Two.
Three.
Three.
Again. Three.
They'll fail.
It's all right. Let's try that again, from the beginning. One.
Quite eventful these days have been. First our poor friend Salts, and now we learn that another is Talios. You've always been a magnet for the dramatic, you know.
You don't have to tell me twice. Do thank Lavia for me, if you get the chance. It's sweet of her, taking care of Vasco like that.
What can I say? Your friends are our friends, Cicero.
Even the Mariner?
I was from Rome, Cicero. Our customs are rather different over there. Besides, if there's one thing living in this city does to people, it's open minds. You don't survive long in a world of fire and ice with such narrow vision.
Oh, you'd be surprised. It was nice, what you did for Calden.
He's gone through enough. It would be awful to make things any harder for him.
Do you have something else on your mind? You sound a little distracted.
Well, I do, actually. That Fae that you created last night. How?
Kyrie's explained it all to us.
No, I meant the Scythe. What were you thinking of? What did you use?
It's not the shortest story. Are you certain you want to hear it?
I'm sure we can spare a little time.
When I was younger, I had been Contadani. I had always thought the Portieri guards that patrolled the spire had the ripest purses. I haunted the streets around it like a spectre. Me and my fruit knife.
You? A cut purse?
But I did not learn all my skills from the registry, no. One day, I got caught, and the Portieri dragged me by my heels up the grand stairs. When we came to the top, I had my breath taken from me. Sprawled out before me was the city that I had hated for cursing me and my family with poverty. But at that moment, from that vantage point, it suddenly seemed beautiful. The guards turned to me and asked me what I was doing. I turned to them and said, I want to be a Portieri.
What did they do then?
Clubbed me over the back of my head.
No, they didn't.
I woke up in a cell, told my story to the Valencio at the time, and the rest is a story of history.
And you used that?
That moment at the top of the stairs, looking out at the city. I was remembering the wonderment, the drive to make it better, the awe at its beauty, the curiosity at its secrets. And then that Fae materialized.
I see. Thank you for sharing.
Come on, let's get ready.
sir?
The Hall of Songs, please.
Things do not go well inside.
I will not abandon you.
It's not that. I need you to know how grateful I am for everything that you've already done.
We'll be fine, Kalden.
And this is his brother's?
Yes, head matron. I spoke with Mirabas after Kalden had visited the hall some days ago. She told me that his brother had intended this for him.
He rarely spoke of this brother of his.
Of course. His family likely was too ashamed to call him their blood. Their chimes would be in jeopardy.
As they are in your hands?
Ah, Kalden. It's a pleasure to see you.
Likewise, head matron.
And Inspectore Gavar, it's been a while.
Head matron?
Now, Mariner, you are aware of the reason you have been called here?
I have my suspicions.
Your sleeve, then, if you will.
Matron, if I might have a...
Your sleeve, Kalden. There, matron. It is true.
What is true? Exactly.
Matron, I spoke of this earlier. That tattoo is proof that...
That what? Answer me precisely, if you would.
What do you mean?
Kalden has a tattoo, and I do not see anything unusual about art on the skin.
But that tattoo is evidence that he deserves to be punished.
For what? Precisely.
He is Talios.
And is that my business, or is it his?
You are defending him.
As a matron should, for her own people.
This is against the laws of society.
Society governs those laws, songstress. And as the leader of a large part of that society, I choose to stand by this man.
This? No.
Orlana!
Kalden! Zelia.
I will call for Mirabas.
Thank you.
Orlana, please.
Stay back!
Please, Orlana, put the chime down.
Do not tell me what to do, beast! You corrupted my brother!
Listen to me, please!
How did you defile his mind?
I did not!
Liar! You must have fed him something, given him some poison to turn him into a beast like you!
I did no such thing.
He was my brother, and you took him away from me! I loved him!
As did I. You speak of poisons and defilement and treachery. The truth is far simpler. I loved him.
But you took him away from me. You took away my brother and replaced him with something else.
That is not true. He was always the same romantic, sentimental man that you grew up with. This doesn't change that. If there is a reason to be angry at me, it is because I was a coward. It was because of my fear of being honest about who I was, about what we were, that stopped me from giving him the support that he needed. When he needed it the most, I shouldn't have abandoned him. But I did. And I am sorry.
Sorry isn't going to bring my brother back.
Orlana!
Something is wrong.
Orlana!
Kalden, the chime!
Help me, Cicero!
Cicero!
Matron, she was hit hard.
She will require extensive healing. Her pulse is barely there. I must take her down now, or she will not survive.
Go, Zelia. We'll handle this. Something is wrong. It is never this aggressive. What happened?
Orlana tried to feed it the chime, but it attacked her.
Attacked her? Ages. It's out of control. And the chime?
It took it.
Then it's feeding off the song. We need to kill it. We cannot afford to let it remain like this.
What about the chime?
If we are quick enough, the song might survive. Sisters, prepare yourselves. I hope you're ready, Cicero.
As I'll ever be.
Now, Cicero!
We've got this!
No.
Thank you, Cicero. That Fae, Aegis knows what happened to it.
I've always wondered why you songstresses wanted to keep people out.
That isn't the reason. For all the centuries the singing tree has been here, it's never acted like this. Oh,
What are you thinking?
something is happening. Something that we cannot see, that is on a level beyond us. It frightens me to wonder what it might be.
Indeed.
But it is settled, at least for now. As for other matters...
He's a good man, Mirabas. Saved Orlana when he could have saved the song.
And now that song is gone forever.
You will consider my request, though?
Society will not change, even if I do this, Cicero.
I'm not asking for it to. But please, even you can tell that he is deserving of better.
Perhaps I am being blinded by tradition, but I suppose I can do this. As a favor to him for saving the life of my songstress, even if she might not have been quite so generous.
Thank you, Mirabas.
I will tend to it now. I'll be back shortly.
How are you feeling?
The head matron has decided to leave the Sailheart in my care. There's great consolation in that.
Calden, will you face me, please? Why? Tell me, Calden. Please.
It's not worth a life. Jax has taught me that.
When I went to the Sailheart, there were children there. Did they call Jaxus their father?
They do.
Could I meet them?
Of course.
That would be nice. I think I'll see you around.
I know it's not Razatov, but
Take your heart, take my hand. I will lead you through storm and fire. The blood may thin, the bough may break, but our cradle will e'er be shared. The wound will heal, the songs will ring, and soon again will your spirit sing. Take my heart, take your hand. I await you in promised land.
All right, big man.
Rise, my brethren. It is found.
Is your face all right? You haven't stopped smiling since we left the hall.
It's just... all my life I've lived in fear, and now... you've changed my life, Cicero.
Oh, come now. I didn't do...
You showed me that even in a city of secrets and shadows, the truth has a place in our hearts and is worth fighting for. I know the city isn't going to change because of what we've done, and the Hall of Songs probably isn't going to sail to different winds overnight. But you've made a difference, Cicero. In my life, at least. Know that.
I think I might have needed this ordeal as much as you.
Come on. Let's see if our Fae friend is back.
Tower. It's not sharp with spires. It's more of a tall dome.
What's going on?
Keep going. Salting. I can't believe I hadn't seen this earlier.
You've lost me.
It was the key to understanding Dementicula. Adaran Vamus, the first man who salted and retained a portion of his mind, could, during his lucid moments, read, write, and speak Dementicula, just like Vasco. He was the cornerstone upon which all research into the language was based.
What are you saying?
I'm saying it's a bridge. Salting connects the two souls, the two minds, the two spirits, whatever you want to call them. And it happens when we use the Masquerine's powers too strongly, tap too deeply into another soul.
So they're connected?
Exactly. And now all the stories of the past are at our fingertips. Imagine all that we could learn now that we understand this connection.
All right. So what's the poor bloodling done to deserve this?
Vasco's claimed that he's had a few memories that seem to have been left over by the Dementicate, who'd been his Masquerine. He thinks he can see what the city might have looked like. We're trying to replicate it.
Remember, bulbous.
I think I've got it.
And that's it?
Let me see. What does it look like? I don't quite know what to make of it.
Vasco.
I can make out a long tower over there, but...
Amadea, that's not a tower. That's a man, with his trousers down. That's his...
Vasco! Will you please take this seriously?
I only see vague images. Nalior, not enough for anything substantial.
I suppose it was worth a try. Rotten swine, you.
Well, now that everything's settled down, I think we've kept our questions in the shadows for long enough.
About the sunken star. Right. You'd best sit down.
First we learn that Masquerine's a Dementicate, and now you're telling me that they're Fae as well.
It makes sense. The increase in the mists in the recent years corresponds with the destruction of the hundreds of Masquerines in the War of Bearings.
This is incredulous, Inspectore. The Fae have been around since time immemorial, and no one has managed to learn where they've come from.
Until now. Think about it, Marshal. Masquerines and Fae. Two things that have existed before the city was even built. Is it really so surprising that they're related?
And Lucia was led by one of them?
Is. If I could get out of there alive, I'm certain she made it through as well. But, yes, she's being led by a Fae they call the Lady. Being Dementicate, she has knowledge of the world that we haven't even glimpsed.
You said she's trying to stop another cataclysm from occurring.
She mentioned something about uniting the city, bringing the artifacts together. She handed me some scrolls about Dementicate history to read, but I haven't had the time.
Well, now we do. It's not a long record. It explains the downfall of their civilization. In summary, the single event that served as the pivot for the success of their empire was a civil war.
Sounds familiar.
What was this war about?
The artifacts. For a long time, they were used by the Dimenticarte to push the boundaries of their empire.
Which supports what we found at the Conoscenza.
But it couldn't last forever.
Not with the way the artifacts worked.
Calden! The way they worked? Inspectore!
I'm sorry, Marshal. The artifacts were what were responsible for turning the souls of the Dimenticarte into Masquerades. They created the Dimenticarte's power.
And everyone knows this?
Marshal, I wanted to tell you.
Carry on.
Tiziana...
Stop wasting my time. How did the Dimenticarte fall?
When the artifacts were received by the Dimenticarte, they initially sacrificed their prisoners to create the Masquerades. When their empire expanded, they began to turn to ordinary men and women instead. As you can imagine, that did not end well.
Uprisings?
Exactly. Their empire was cleaved in two, those who wanted to continue using the artifacts, and those that demanded that they be kept away, saying that it cost them too much.
Well, the artifacts are nowhere to be found, so I assume the latter faction won?
Correct. And that is when their empire began to crumble. Without the powers of the artifacts, they couldn't stand against the chaos of the world.
Chaos?
It isn't explained exactly what it was, but I think it is safe to assume that it's related to the Cataclysm.
If these scrolls don't mention what the Cataclysm is, then why does Lucia believe another is in store for us?
I don't know. But what I do know is that she believes that she needs to unite the city, and she intends to do that by overthrowing the registry. Just on time.
Kadek?
Assemblia.
Harish?
Assemblia.
The Assemblia.
It wants us to go to the Altus.
The Misted Isles.
Ah, of course.
I'm sorry, I don't follow.
The Misted Isles, a set of monuments left behind by the Dimenticarte. The Altus built the Assemblia around it to keep people out. Vasco, what's on these monuments that it wants us to see? Can't it just tell us what's on it?
Avar?
Don Sivnia. Santa. Atavar.
No, they're guarded, and he doesn't remember precisely, but he promises they're important.
It's all right. At least now we have a lead.
Tiziana should go with you. The relationship between the Altus and the Luca is the strongest of all between the same aura. It might help ease our way in.
Well...
Do I smell hesitation?
Fine.
Better get ready then.